I want to start with a simple question. Have you ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and wondered where all the money went? Not in a dramatic way, not because of one big mistake, just quietly, almost confusingly. You work, you try, you plan to save, and somehow, nothing really changes. I used to think getting rich required something extreme. Perfect business idea, a lucky investment, a sudden breakthrough. But the truth I discovered was much quieter than that. And honestly, more uncomfortable. Because wealth, most of the time, isn't destroyed by one big decision. It's slowly drained by small habits that feel normal. And today, I want to talk to you one-on-one. Not like a lecture. Not like financial advice. Just like a calm conversation between two people trying to do better with life. There are 5 things I noticed. 5 spending habits that look harmless on the surface, but silently keep people stuck in the same place for years. And the strange part? Almost everyone is doing at least one of them. Sometimes all 5. Without even realizing it. Welcome to Money with Jerry. A place where you sharpen your edge. Let's begin with the first. Latest phones every single year. Now, let me ask you something honestly. Does the new phone really change your life? Or does it just feel exciting for a few days? Because I've been there. Watching launch videos. Comparing cameras. Reading reviews late at night like the decision was urgent. And for a moment, it feels important. Like this upgrade means progress. Like you're moving forward. But a quiet question always returns later. Forward to where? The phone from 2 years ago still calls. Still texts. Still works. But the money you spent upgrading. That money could have stayed with you. Could have waited. Could have grown into something calmer. Something more lasting. And this isn't about denying yourself nice things. It's about noticing how often excitement pretends to be necessity. The second habit is more serious. Gambling and betting. And I want to speak gently here. Because this one isn't just about money. It's about hope. Betting feels like possibility. Like maybe this is the moment everything changes. Maybe this ticket, this game, this prediction will finally give relief. But have you noticed how the feeling never lasts? Even when someone wins once, the calm disappears quickly, and the cycle quietly begins again. Because gambling doesn't just take money, it takes peace of mind. It replaces patience with urgency. And over time, urgency is exhausting. Real progress usually feels slower than we want. Less dramatic, almost boring at times. But it's steady. And steady has a quiet power that sudden wins rarely keep. The third habit is one people rarely talk about. Buying cheap things that break again. And again. And again. First, it feels smart. You save money today. You spend less right now. And that feels responsible. Until a few months pass. And you're buying the same item again. And again. And somehow, the total becomes bigger than if you had chosen something lasting in the first place. It's strange how life works like that. Short-term relief often creates long-term pressure, while patient decisions, the quiet ones, usually create freedom later. And freedom is really what most of us are searching for. Not luxury, not attention, just the simple ability to breathe, without constant financial tension sitting in the background of every day. The fourth habit is so normal that people don't even question it anymore. Fast food as a routine. Not once in a while. Not as a treat. But as a default. Because life is busy. Work is tiring. Time feels short. And convenience feels like survival. I understand that deeply. But have you ever noticed something subtle? When fast food becomes daily life, it doesn't just affect money. It affects energy, mood, focus, even how hopeful tomorrow feels. And when energy drops, everything else becomes harder. Work feels heavier. Decisions feel foggy. Motivation becomes fragile. Sometimes the most powerful financial change doesn't look financial at all. It looks like caring for your body, so your mind can make calmer, wiser choices over time. And then we arrive at the fifth habit. Maybe the quietest one, but also the most emotional. Luxury items bought mainly to impress other people. Let me ask you gently, How often do we buy things not because we love them, but because we hope someone notices? A watch, a bag, shoes, a lifestyle that looks successful from the outside, even when the inside feels uncertain. There's no shame in wanting nice things. Beauty is part of life. Celebration is part of being human. But the question that changes everything is simple. Am I buying this for joy or for approval? Because approval is expensive. And the hardest part? It never truly satisfies. There will always be someone with something newer, bigger, shinier. But real confidence, the quiet kind, usually grows in private, in patience, in small, consistent progress that nobody applauds at first. And this is the deeper truth behind all 5 habits. Wealth isn't only about numbers. It's about emotional decisions made every single day. Choosing calm over excitement, patience over pressure, progress over appearance. And I know, none of this sounds dramatic. There's no overnight transformation here. No sudden miracle. Just small shifts, quiet awareness, gentle discipline. But here's something beautiful I've noticed. When someone changes even one of these habits, something inside them begins to relax. Not because they're suddenly rich, but because they finally feel in control. And control creates hope. Hope creates consistency. And consistency, over time, creates results that once felt impossible. So maybe the real question isn't, how do I get rich fast? Maybe the better question is softer. What small habit can I change that my future self will thank me for? You don't need perfection. You don't need extreme sacrifice. You don't need to figure out your whole life tonight. Just one calmer decision at a time. One quieter improvement. One step that moves you slightly forward, even if nobody else sees it yet. Because progress, real progress, is often invisible in the beginning. But it is never meaningless. And if today's message felt simple, that's intentional. The most powerful changes in life are usually the quietest ones. So take a breath. Release the pressure to fix everything at once. And remember something gentle but true. You are not behind. You are not too late. And small progress will always matter more than perfect plans that never begin. Thank you for spending these moments with me. And wherever you are on your journey right now, keep going slowly, keep choosing wisely, and trust that steady steps still lead somewhere beautiful. If this video has been helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. You may want to watch the video next to this one.